Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Next up for you today I'm going to give you a look at one of my personal favourites from the vintage collection. And that's this guy here. This is Luke Skywalker in his Bespin fatigues. Obviously, as we see Luke appear in The Empire Strikes Back when he faces off against Darth Vader on Bespin. This is a vast improvement over the vintage saga collection Luke Skywalker that we got back in 2007. The overall deco and the sculpt is just absolutely phenomenal. I'm very impressed with it. So before I get onto the figure, I'm going to give you a look at the packaging that it comes in. Not too keen on this one. I think the image is a little bit lackluster. You know, it's very blurry, and it just doesn't look very interesting. I've got to admit, this is probably the least eye-catching of the vintage collection packaging that I've seen. I'm just not very keen on that image at all. I would have much rather them used a different image, you know, of him in a more action-orientated pose, maybe hiding behind the wall as he chases after the Imperials when he arrives on Cloud City, or something like that. Just something a little bit more eye-catching than this one. On the back, you've got the original vintage Bespin Luke, and the rest of the wave is pictured along the bottom. So there's the packaging. The figure itself is absolutely faultless. I am absolutely blown away with this one. I think it's definitely one of the best made figures in Wave 1 of the vintage collection. The head sculpt is finally on its way to looking a decent bit like Mark Hamill. As a lot of you will know, Luke Skywalker head sculpts have never been entirely accurate, and this one is definitely well on its way to being the best Luke Skywalker head sculpt. Very nice indeed. The overall deco and the weathering on the jumpsuit as well is very nice. They've actually got the colour accurate to the one seen on screen, unlike the vintage saga collection Luke. And he comes with a ton of accessories as well, which is very cool. He comes with his lightsaber, which is a new sculpt, and he also comes with a lightsaber hilt which can be attached to his belt there, and he comes with a blaster pistol as well, which again is a new sculpt and is very nicely detailed, and that can fit in the holster on his belt there. This figure is also what is coming to be known as ultra articulated. He has a ball jointed neck, ball hinged shoulders and elbows, swivel wrists, a ball jointed torso, ball hinged hips, which is fastly becoming the norm on certain Star Wars figures, and he also has ball hinged knees and ankles, so the articulation is absolutely flawless. Really impressed with it. A lot of people have said how the ball jointed hips tend to make him look like he's wearing a nappy or a diaper for the American viewers out there. From pictures that we've seen online, fair enough, I can sympathise with that point, but once you've got this figure in person, you know, you can barely tell, and it just looks absolutely mind-blowing. You can barely tell that the hips stick out, and once you've got him in a few poses, you know, he just looks brilliant, and he's easily my favourite Luke Skywalker figure that I own. So I think I've covered all the points with this guy. Hope you enjoyed having a look at him, and I'll be back with some more vintage collection reviews for you soon. Until then, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.